Madden football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Ravens coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Baltimore Ravens taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Well, CD, the Ravens have perennially been in the conversation. This year, they knock down that door, they win the AFC, and here they are in the Super Bowl.
And remember, they've won in recent years. Super Bowl 35 in Tampa, Super Bowl 47 in New Orleans. What a stretch they could put together if they could claim another title here.
Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they're trying to pull off what only 3 teams have done before, go from Super Bowl losers to Super Bowl champions.
Last team to do that, the Patriots, Super Bowl 52 and 53. Before that, you've got to go back to the Dolphins in Super Bowls 5 and 6, and the Cowboys in Super Bowls 4 and 5.
The 2023 season has 1 game left. Here we go. Super Bowl 58 underway from Vegas. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
How about the defense there trying to set the tone on the very first play of the game?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a glow here tonight because they brought the heat right out of the gate. What a good job establishing a tone for this one.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Hurts. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. As you see, they have dealt with their fair share of injuries this season, but Charles, that hasn't stopped them from putting together a very solid campaign, a very good record thus far.
I think a lot of credit has to go internally. Look, we always want to praise the head coach for holding the team together, but to me, it's the guys in the locker room putting on the uniform. Those starters who've stayed healthy, they've welcomed the backups into their ranks and showed them how to get it done. And this team, they've stayed afloat all season doing just that. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you've got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll get this up to the 34, and a good lane opening up right away for it. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And a short gain down to about the 33. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Jackson. Oh no, his first throw of his Super Bowl is intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And out come the Eagles. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's Hurts to throw. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. So after that sack, Hurts and the Eagles, tough spot here, 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Penny. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves, maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Here's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge forthcoming.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 32-yard line. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson, options out left. And holding it, maybe the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Jackson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 14. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive. Come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Throwing is Jackson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, we keep stats on everything, don't we? This is one that you don't want to have. That's his second drop right here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I was going to say, only in the first quarter. Certainly a ship that he wants to right quickly. Flush to his right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first. A chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's first and goal. Edwards. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. They go option right on second and goal. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1 yard line. A big one here early in this Super Bowl. It's third and goal. Jackson going to run. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Touchdown! Charlie Kohler, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Britton Covey going to bring it out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Philadelphia's offense ready to go again. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. And this will be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. They run with a veteran here. It's Rashad Penny. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. From the gun, it's Hurts. He'll get this out wide to Penny.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this. 7-0 is our score. We'll return after this message. You're watching the NFL, and it's right here on EA Sports. Welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's across midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have him looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD. And it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A short one there, caught by Likely. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the 1st down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the 1st down, get a new set, and let's start over.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. To throw is Jackson. Right side and caught by Kohler. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Jackson on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Jackson will throw again. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And this will be out of bounds at the 1 here, the 12-yard line. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
And he'll be taken down at the 18. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Penny, a first down carry. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 45-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Hurts going to keep it running left. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw him a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 2nd down, it's Edwards. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. This is fielded at the 27. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And Goddard going to have an Eagles first down up near midfield, spotted at the 48. Staying on his feet. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The Eagles hustling to the line, clock rolling. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he fends him off. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Hurts. That is caught. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
He's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman.
This one's been all you can hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could hope for with both these teams in it to win it. We saw a terrific first half from the dual-threat quarterback, Lamar Jackson. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team thus far.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Jalen Carter working his way back behind the line of scrimmage and dropping him for a loss. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Jackson, option right. Oh, some strong running. There he goes, right side. He's to the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 81 yards. And the Ravens come right out of the locker room and score here the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. Well, we've certainly seen this before, CD. No one can quite electrify a crowd like Lamar Jackson, and really don't know what else to say other than that was special right there.
I think you pretty much said it all, but I go back to what you said about electrifying a crowd. He's also electrifying us, and we're calling the game. This guy is simply sensational.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They go with Watt again, the fullback. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Now there's a good chunk of yardage picked up there, and the big fella, sometimes he doesn't need a whole lot of space created. He can make his own way.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Usually the big fella's a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And they were good last time out with a touchdown drive. This go-around, it's not going to be very easy starting from inside their own 5.
But they shouldn't be daunted by it. You work on this the entire offseason. You work on it in practice. It's called coming out session. Start the ball inside the 5, start on the 5, on the 10. They should be ready to go.
16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Flowers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now, whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Jackson. A short one there, caught by Likely. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 31-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Was Rashad Bateman, 31 yards. And the Ravens will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl.
That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. This 2nd and 4. Another carry in the game for the fullback run. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Throwing is Hurts. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he is finally taken down, but not before he gets it to the Eagles' 36-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described. You want those guys who have speed, elusiveness, and escapability all rolled into one with the ball in their hands, and guess what? It's him. So there's no sense in throwing it or handing it off when you can do all of that yourself.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. Again, it's Edwards. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 at a Baltimore 1st down. Up the middle, it's Edwards. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. They go play action with Jackson. And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away from pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
2nd down, here's Hurts. Zacchaeus here, hauling it in. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or really something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
They run once more with Edwards. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
He'll be brought down short of the 15, but a really good move on the run. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Play action. It's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. On the option right is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are starting to pour it on the game's biggest stage. They are running away with this Super Bowl. So the lanes continue to be there for Lamar Jackson to run that football. That his 2nd touchdown run of the game.
You know what I would like? I'd like for us to be able to go into a defense's room after playing Lamar Jackson and watch the tape and see how much of a lane was really there and how much he created just through his talents. In any event, Lamar Jackson finds the end zone, doesn't he?
He always seems to, but that's a good point. We sometimes put blame on the defense. Maybe we just need to praise Lamar Jackson a little bit more.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
Those Super Bowl hopes that they had really dwindling now here in the 4th quarter. That NFC crown that they got 2 weeks ago seems like a distant memory as they have been outplayed tonight.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. They'll look to throw. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't matter. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gets up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
52 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. Edwards now on 1st and 10. He'll get it across midfield down to the 49.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
And it's all over. Just one is left standing, and that one